This is Steve Grizzetti, co-founder of MoviePix.com and author of the MoviePix Guides to Adobe Premiere Elements and Adobe Photoshop Elements, and welcome to part 1 of our 8-part series we're calling Basic Training with Adobe Premiere Elements. And our goal here is to show you some of the basic moves in video editing, to teach you a little about the process, and to show you some of the workspace that are available in Premiere Elements to produce your masterpiece. Now, this 8-part series will apply to version 11 on of Premiere Elements. Using a previous version of Premiere Elements, check out our Basic Training Classic series, and we'll show you how to work in that workspace or in that interface also. But here we are in Premiere Elements at the welcome screen. Now, there are options to bypass the welcome screen. You can open right into the program very easily in version 11. I show you how to do that in the book. But here we are at the welcome screen, and we have two options. If we click the video editor button, we have the option to open an existing project or a new project. Now, earlier in Premiere Elements, version 10 or sooner, you had to set up your project manually, and choosing the correct project setting was vital to a successful project. Here in version 11, the program does most of that for you automatically. So let's select the new project option. And when we do, you see we open right into the editing workspace. We have started a new project and we're ready to go. So how do you set up the project settings? Well, there are manual ways to do it, and I do show you how to do that in the book so that you can control that if you want to. But for the most part, the program is going to do it automatically for you. I'll show you how that works. Let's go here to Add Media, clicking that tab up there in the upper left corner, and you see you have the many options for adding your media. You can choose to stream them in or capture them from HDV camcorder or the DV camcorder, or if you've got an AVC HD or a storage camcorder or a camcorder that stores your video on a little smart card, you can download them into the project. Or if your media files are already on your computer, you can use the Elements Organizer to locate your files, or you can just select Files and Folders, which I'm going to do in this case to browse directly to some media files. That would be your still photos, your video, or your audio, or your music that's already on your hard drive. So I'm just going to select a couple of files here. These are from a mini DV camcorder, by the way, captured in Premiere Elements. I'm going to click Open. You see that they are added directly to my timeline. Now, there are two timelines, two workspaces in Premiere Elements. There is a quick workspace and an expert workspace. Gone is the old scene line where you used to take your video and just drop it into little thumbnails along the bottom of the program. It's been replaced by the quick edit or the quick view timeline. And in quick view, you have a legitimate timeline. That's why some clips are wider than others. So you can do some of the same functions you could do on a timeline. It's just a little limited, but yet it also allows you to work very quickly. You notice we didn't have to stop at a media panel or a project assets panels. When we added our media, it went directly to the timeline. And if I were to grab another video clip, you notice it's added automatically right to the end of the timeline. Like any timeline, you can zoom in on it, you can trim, you can split or slice, and we show you how to do that in later tutorials here. Quick View does have a couple of limitations. For instance, you have the audio that is on your video itself. You have two other audio tracks, one for recording narration and the other for adding other audio or music. And above the video, you have a timeline here or a track for adding your text or your titles. You can't add any video up here. You can't layer tracks of video. So you basically only have one video track and a couple of audio tracks and a title track, but you can do an awful lot with that, and you can quickly throw together your movie in Quick View, which is exactly what it's designed to do. If you switch over to Expert View, you'll see a much more traditional Premiere Elements timeline where we see our multiple tracks, in fact up to 99 tracks of audio and 99 tracks of video. Notice that Quick View and Expert View are actually just two sides of the same project. So if you want to work in Quick View for a while, you can. If you want to switch back over to Expert View and take advantage of some of the features in Expert View, you can do that too. You can switch back and forth as you're working. Any video we added to the timeline in Quick View is automatically added to the Project Assets panel, which is where we store our video or our other media clips prior to placing them on the timeline. And so you have two different workspaces to work in. You can work in Expert View, which is much more traditional, much more professional timeline with a lot of great options to it. Or you can work in Quick View if you want to just throw together your movie quickly and still have a lot of options here for adding text, doing special effects, adding music, and adding narration too. In part 2, we're going to take a look at how we add media into our project, and I hope you'll join me for that. I'm Steve Grizzetti. We'll see you again real soon.